Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you how to block unknown or in general unsupported platforms in Microsoft Entra ID. It's super simple. The only thing we need is a conditional access policy. And the reason to block unknown or unsupported platforms is pretty simple. It's to decrease the security or improve the security posture of your environment, or in other words, decrease the risk of identity compromise. This protection is not super strong security protection of your environment or your cloud identities, but on the other hand, everything that's not needed or everything that's not actively used or supported should be blocked, because there is no reason for keeping something that you don't use enabled, because it simply creates unnecessary security risks. There are multiple ways how you can approach this issue, and I will tell you how to do it the right way. What's the recommended way? Like I said, we can configure this block simply via conditional access policies. So we open the Entra ID portal and scroll down to security. Then we go to conditional access policies and we open policies. Now we create a new policy. We name the policy, so for instance, block unsupported platforms. You need to assign this policy to some users. So in general, I recommend selecting all users here. Then you technically have to put someone to exclusions, because otherwise Microsoft Entra ID will not allow you to create the policy. But in general, you should have at least one break class account, and this one break class account should be excluded from all conditional access policies. So go to exclusions and select a user or group with your break class account or accounts. So I will simply select this one user here just to show you how to do it and to allow me to actually create this conditional access policy, because like I said, with no users in exclusions, the system wouldn't allow me to create a policy. So always put your break class accounts to exclusions for all conditional access policies. The target resources will be all cloud apps. And now the conditions. Because in conditions, we need to specify the platforms that we want to block, or even better, we need to specify the platforms that we want to allow and block everything else. And these are the two ways how you can configure it. So if you open device platforms, the thing that I see sometimes is that the administrators choose select device platforms, and then they choose, for instance, Windows Phone and Linux. And then they go to grant and choose block. And they tell me, yeah, this is the way how we block Linux and Windows Phone, because we don't support these platforms in our environment. Okay, that's fine. This is the way how you can block Linux and Windows Phone. But what about the unsupported or unknown platforms, other platforms that are not specified as any of the available platforms that are listed here? So for instance, what if someone comes up with their own platform that is not Linux, not macOS, not Windows, not Windows Phone, not iOS, not Android? Because it's pretty simple actually to fake the platform. In web browsers, for example, the platform is detected from the user agent string. And you can put anything to user agent string. You can fake it quite simple. So I can come up with my own device platform that would be called, for instance, Cybersecurity World. And it would be a platform that's passed to Entra ID via user agent string. And obviously it doesn't fall into any of these buckets because it's my own platform. So the better way how you can actually configure it is choose any device here in the include part and go to exclude, and here select the platforms that you actually support, that you want to allow in your environment. And that's the very way how to configure this unsupported platforms restrictions. So let's say that you support Android, iOS, macOS, and Windows in your environment, and everything else should be blocked. This would be the way how you should configure it. So in the include part, you select any device, and in the exclude part, you select the platforms that you want to exclude from the block policy, which means that only these selected platforms can sign into your identities in Entra ID, and everything else is blocked. Windows Phone is blocked, Linux is blocked, and any other platform is also blocked. So if I come up with my own Cybersecurity World device platform, it will be blocked as well, because it's not excluded from this block policy. So I click done, and the block access keeps block access, because we want to block it. We want to block everything except for the selected platforms that we put to exclusions. Of course, now you should start in the report only mode, because you should evaluate what platforms are actually used, what will be the effect of this conditional access policy on your environment, on your real users. Because maybe you will need to exclude external users from this policy. It's totally possible. So maybe you internally support only these 4 selected platforms, but your external vendors or partners or customers use also Linux, for example, and you share with them some data via OneDrive for Business or SharePoint Online, which means that you need to allow them to use Linux as well. So the simplest thing that you can do is to put, for instance, guests or external users to exclusions here. And then after the evaluation period, you should change the policy to on, which starts enforcing it. Don't forget to switch to this "I understand that my account will be impacted by this policy, proceed anyway," because otherwise your account will be excluded from this policy automatically, and you don't want that. Your account should be included as well. You should not use any of the unsupported or unknown platforms either. So I will go ahead and click create. Now the policy is created, and now I'm blocking unknown or unsupported platforms in my environment. As you can see, it was super simple. I don't see this policy very often though in customer environments, which is the reason why I recorded this video. So if you don't have this policy yet in place, definitely go ahead and create a policy first in the report only mode, and then eventually switch it to enforce mode. That's all from my side for today. If you like the video, please like it, please share it. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment underneath the video. Don't forget to follow my Cybersecurity World blog. You can also follow me on social networks such as LinkedIn, Twitter, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or Threads. And that's really all from my side for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.